Are you struggling with your healthcare and utilizing and managing it? Is it causing you a headache? Because we can probably help. Hi, I'm Tommy at medicalinsurancetoday.com. A little longer form video about how to best utilize your care. We are very aware, just as everybody else is, about the excessive cost of health insurance. Cost has gotten out of control. Everybody's struggling with it, myself included. Copays, deductibles, and obviously monthly premiums are through the roof over the last few years. So I want to try and smooth off and round the edges a little bit here for you, how to best utilize your coverage and get the most bang for your buck out of your insurance policy so that when you are utilizing it, it can be a smooth process. Now, on a day-to-day basis, Monday through Friday, we're here and we help service a lot of clients, and that comes with a lot of questions and concerns and issues with healthcare. And, oftentimes we're dealing with folks that are in, somewhat oftentimes crisis mode. We're dealing with people that have stage 4 cancer weekly. I talk to people that have very detrimental health concerns every day. So I'm very adept with this. We're very sensitive to it. And I want to give some general pointers to the average consumer out there that may not be clear on how insurance works, what the options are to them, and how to best make it usable and pain-free, so to speak, when you do need to go to the doctor. So the first thing is register your online account. So if you have X insurance company, Anthem, Blue Shield, HealthNet, Kaiser, United Healthcare, whomever it may be, register your personal online account to that policy so that you can access it. And things that you'll be able to do there will include managing premium payments. So as agents, we're not typically able to change a premium, the way your premium is billed, but you can do that right online yourself if you have an online account. Finding doctors that are in network or connected to your plan, filing claims, filing grievances if you're having issues with claims. These are things that you can do with your online account that are super helpful. And for customers that call us frequently, we help them set up that account because oftentimes this will solve your issue. You'll find the answers that you need right there online. Next, getting connected to a primary care doctor and getting your annual physical. So, people with health concerns or that take care of their health, they're generally connected to a primary care doctor. Now, with doctors these days, it is generally 2 to 4 weeks to get to a primary care doctor. These are broad terms, but it can be longer, it can be a little shorter, but it can take a while to get to a doctor's appointment. Specialists can be months. I'm literally got quoted, and we're in the month of February. I got quoted to see a doctor in October this year. You're talking 7-8 months away. And, I was a little bit aghast at it, but, this is the system that we're working within. So I want to give my consumers and people watching this a little bit of insight of how to best navigate it. So by being connected to a primary care doctor, that usually will help expedite things. If it's going to take you 2 to 4 weeks to get to a primary care doctor, and then it's another 2 months to get to that specialist, people are calling us frustrated about this frequently. And unfortunately, we can't change the system that's out there, but we can help you navigate it. And by being connected to a primary care physician, generally that's going to help expedite specialist care and access to care a little bit more quickly as opposed to not being. Now, for you folks out there that are super healthy, you don't go to the doctor, you don't get your physical, you have insurance just to protect your assets because there's a tax penalty for not having it. You don't really want to have insurance, but you do because you need it just in case. Those are the folks that call us oftentimes in a real struggle and often in a panic because they can't get to a doctor for 2 to 4 weeks and they have a significant health concern. These are things that we can help you smooth out by getting connected to a primary care doctor. Generally, you're going to be in the system and it's going to shorten those times to get to specialty care or get into your primary care doctor to talk about the issues that are coming up. Lastly, getting a free physical. I tread lightly with this one. The free physical is a big deal because you can obviously go get your annual well check done. That includes blood lab work for all adults. For the ladies out there, it includes your well check, your lady well check, your pap, and your mammogram at zero cost. Now, getting a physical, some people don't want to be told to go to the doctor, and I totally appreciate that. But by going and getting your annual physical, which costs you nothing, it gets you connected to your doctor. They know you. They know your situation. They know your background. So when you call them with, oh my Lord, something's going on. I'm sick. I'm hurt. I don't know what this thing is growing on my arm. I need some help, doctor. By being in the system and connected to that doctor, it often shortens wait times and it will help you through the system much more efficiently and without so much confusion. It's the healthy people that generally struggle with this, that don't want to go to the doctor or don't feel the need. And often, many people we help don't need the doctor on a regular basis. but by being connected to a doctor, it will shorten wait times. This is a common occurrence. Other than cost, we're hearing about wait times. And my personal experience recently with the quote out in the end of October to see a doctor, I figured I'd do a video on it and talk about what's going on in the marketplace, give some people some pointers. Lastly, having an agent. I'm always going to sell myself. If you're still watching this, forgive me, but and having an agent costs zero. It's how we make a living. So, for us, it's a no-brainer for us to suggest to you to have an agent. But by having an agent, the price of insurance is fixed. If you're talking to Joe or Jane or you're looking online for yourself, the price of the insurance policy that you buy will be the same. Insurance, I always say, is a very fixed market. There's no magic bullet or magic system out there that gets you a cheaper monthly cost. And it's not like buying a car. I tell people, you go down the street, it's not going to be a different price. It's the same policy, same cost. So having an agent in your background and being connected to an agent gives you a resource to call and say, hey, what do I need to do with this? How do I make this work? I'm not understanding this. To talk about the insurance companies, when you call those insurance companies, whoever it may be, these days you're going to sit on hold for 5 minutes to 10 minutes at least. And oftentimes I'm hearing about 20 and 25 minute wait times for some of these insurance companies to then speak to someone that is unlicensed and doesn't have a whole lot of background about the healthcare market. They're just working a job for this insurance company and they don't really oftentimes know a lot. Unfortunately, this is a very common thing that I'm finding personally in managing my business. I've been doing this 17 years and finding people that I speak to at the insurance companies, I'm a little blown away oftentimes at their lack of knowledge and their lack of understanding at how the system works and what's available to them and how to help their customer most effectively, because oftentimes they don't have the answers, unfortunately. So having an agent in your back pocket is a resource, again, that costs you nothing, where you say, oh, I'm going to call Tom. I'm going to call Medical Insurance Today and see if they can help guide me in the best way to navigate this. Now, oftentimes the answers are not exactly what consumers want, but I'd say 4 out of 5 times we'll have an answer that will satisfy most customers' needs. And we are not the insurance company, but we oftentimes can give you guidance on the best way to navigate working with your insurance company and get the most value out of your coverage. So if you don't have an agent, get connected to one. These are the bullet points of my suggestion to smooth out the process. And if we can help, we would love to serve you. Please be in touch. MedicalInsuranceToday.com, and we look forward to helping you.